Hey you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me know when you guys hear me and see me so I can kind of figure out how much of a delay there is and if it's always going straight to a commercial when I get on the live stream. Just when you see me, just let me know that you see me. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into this. I was actually on a live stream earlier about another topic when someone asked me if I saw that Tanner Horner, the FedEx driver that unfortunately killed 7-year-old Athena Strand. And I had not seen that information. So after that live, I went ahead and looked it up just to kind of get caught up on what is happening and the additional charges. So let me go ahead. This is ABC 7 KVIA, which is a local news station. Not local to me, but I think it's local to, I think it's a Texas news station. So it says delivery driver charged with the murder of 7-year-old in Texas faces 3 sexual assault charges dating back to 2013. Sherry, I hope you and Steve enjoy your dinner. Is it too cold over there yet? It's too cold here. Thank goodness me and Sean went and done our shopping yesterday because I can't imagine walking up and down the outside mall in this weather. It's so cold. So it says the new sexual assault charges were filed against the delivery driver suspected of kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand in Texas earlier this month, date back to 3 separate incidents in 2013. An investigation by the Fort Worth Police Department determined Tanner Lynn Horner allegedly sexually assaulted children under the age of 17 on 3 separate occasions in June, August, and December of 2013, according to the charging documents that were filed on Wednesday. The minor victims were not identified, but I do wonder if one of those victims were Shay, a lady named Shay, who has spoken out on social media for the past 8 years, telling her Facebook following, friends, family members, anyone that would listen, that Tanner Horner raped her when she was 16 years old and he was into his 20s. He actually tried to date her. She told him no. And then one night he raped her. And she has been talking about this for, I think it's 8 years. She made an initial post about what happened. And then every year she'll retweet that post or repost that post on Facebook and say, this is your reminder that Tanner Horner is a rapist. So I do wonder if she is one of the, but she is over the age of 18 now. This happened years ago to her. And she was one that has been very, very vocal on social media about what happened to her. But the victims are not identified. The charges came out of Tarrant County. Horner was arrested earlier this month on capital murder charges and aggravated kidnapping charges after authorities say that he told them that he accidentally hit Athena with his vehicle while making a delivery to her home on November 30th. Horner allegedly told investigators that he put Athena into his van and strangled her because he was scared that she would tell someone that she was hit by the FedEx truck. That's according to the arrest warrant. So his confession is that he did not intentionally hurt her, at first. That he hit her with the van, got concerned, got her in the van and was talking to her. She was okay when she got into the van. She had no visible signs of, damage, no visible signs of injury. Video from inside the FedEx truck shows her talking to him. She told Tanner that her name was Athena Strand. She also mentioned that she was going to tell her father that she had gotten hit by the truck. At that point, he says that he freaked out and he attempted to, trigger warning, thank you mama of 3, definitely trigger warning. Due to the nature of the crime, the nature of the story, this comes with a trigger warning. But when she made the comment that she was going to tell her dad that she had gotten hit by the truck, he says that he freaked out and that's when he attempted to break her neck, but he was unable to do so, so he strangled her, killing her and then dumping her body a few miles away from her home. That's incredibly sad. Her mom also did an interview, and I did a recap of that interview. I'll link that in the description box below. But in her interview, in Maitland Gandy's interview, mother of Athena Strand, she said that she dressed Athena and did Athena's hair and makeup for the funeral, for the services, and that there was no like visible signs of injury in terms of being hit by a FedEx vehicle. That, you know, and she said, me and Athena's dad were very forgiving people. If he would have just knocked on the door and said, hey, I accidentally bumped into your daughter, as long as she would have been okay, we would have let him go. Like, we would not have called the police. We would have let him go. So something is, he just could have come to the door and knocked. We would have forgave him. We would have let him go. But instead, he made the decision to do something that is unforgivable. Tanner, who is already being held on a $1.5 million bond in Wise County Jail, now has an additional $15,000 surety bond set against him on each of the 3 sexual assault charges out of Tarrant County. So I'm assuming it's $15,000 per charge, from my understanding. So the 1.5 million, they've added, let's see, 45,000. I think if I'm understanding what they're saying, they've an additional $15,000 on each of the 3 sexual assault charges. His initial court appearance is set for January 5th, 2023. Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken told CNN the 2013 charges happened back some time ago and were separate from the Strand case. Some people have come forward in relation to the 2013 charges following Horner's arrest, according to Sheriff Aiken. So after he was arrested, people from the 2013 situation came forward. CNN was not able to determine if Tanner Horner has an attorney, which surely he's going to get an attorney. Strand's family filed a lawsuit against FedEx and one of its subcontractors this month, accusing them of gross negligence and accusing Horner of assault. The family is seeking more than $1 million in damages from the companies and from Tanner Horner, according to the suit. Horner delivered a package for FedEx Ground, but was employed through a subcontract, Big Topspin, according to the lawsuit. In response to the lawsuit, FedEx said in a statement, our thoughts remain with the family of Athena Strand. In the wake of this tragedy, we are aware of the complaint filed against FedEx Ground. CNN has previously attempted to reach Big Topspin for comment, but they have not gotten a comment back from They've not gotten a comment from them. Now, I want to be clear, these 3 additional charges are not related to Athena. They're something that happened 9 years ago, but it will affect him in this case. From my understanding, his bond has already been increased due to these additional charges. When news first came out that it seemed like he was a predator, he is not out of jail, Rubens. Tanner is not out of jail. He is in jail. He's in a Wise County jail in Texas. When news come out, and I came across Shay's post over on Facebook, it obviously made me think the worst, that he could potentially have, done something to Athena. We don't know that, you guys. We are waiting for like a coroner's report, I guess, or I'm assuming they would make that public. I don't know. She had a funeral. She was supposed to be, wow, I just lost all train of thought. But what's it called when you're not buried, but you're put in a urn? What's that called, you guys? I'm literally just losing my mind right now because I can't even think. This story hits hard for me. Like many stories concerning children, hits really hard for me. Athena was 7 years old. My daughter's 5. She's kind of big for her age. Athena and my daughter, like looking at her, like I can almost see my daughter cremated. Thank you, Shell. So yes, so Athena's supposed to be cremated. I don't know if she's actually been cremated yet, but I'm assuming once they have like the coroner's report and autopsy and all of that back, maybe we'll know more. I just don't feel like he accidentally bumped into her and decided to kill her. Most people, when an accident happens, even if you freak out, you don't go to great lengths as to kill someone to cover up the accident. You don't commit a crime to cover up an accident. Any person with an iota of common sense knows that accidents can be overlooked, they can be forgiven. You're not going to get in as much trouble, but to kill someone to cover up that accident, I mean, first off, you have to live with that on your conscience that you killed a child to cover up an accident out of fear that you may lose your job and go to jail for a small, very short period. I bumped over a kid. She was not hurt, not hurt. Lost my job due to it. Spent the night in jail, bonded out. May have to, I don't know, something like that. To now, you took the life of this young girl. You took the life of this young girl. Her mother's like 30 something years old, has to live with the fact that she no longer has her daughter. She has a 3-year-old daughter who doesn't understand why her sister's not coming home, while they just can't call her sister. That's my opinion too, Mama 3. I think there were some other motives here that we don't know about, but if something like that happened, I'm thinking, we'll eventually learn about that. We don't know about the trial. I believe if this goes to trial and it's proven that he did this same thing to her, then they will let this come into Athena's case. It has to be more probative than prejudicial to use in their case. Yeah, definitely. Like if it comes out that he did something to her, then they could obviously bring this into her case. The only way right now that it is affecting it is obviously that his bond has went up. I don't look for him to ever get out of jail, unless maybe he somehow takes a plea and it's offered. But I would hope that they would not offer him any sort of plea deal where he would end up getting out of jail. But I thought I just wanted to, hop on here and give you guys those updates, because someone did bring it to my attention in my last chat. Oh, okay. You're saying I'm just confused why he committed these terrible acts in 2013, but was out of jail in 2022. Did these people not report it? So I know Shay. I don't know if she ever reported it, but she was very vocal about it. I mean, she always talked about it on her Facebook account. She would say Tanner Horner is a rapist, like he's a predator. So I don't know if she ever went forward and pressed charges back then, or maybe she did and just nothing ever came from it. But it seems that he's done this on 3 different times. June, what was the dates? Let's see. It was in June. June, September, and December, I think it said. I can't find it now. But more than likely it was never reported, but I don't know that for a fact. With as outspoken as Shay was, I would assume that she did, but I just don't know. I do remember reading that where she lives, like she has, I think it's like 2 more years to report it. I think it was. So maybe she's come forward now to report it, considering what happened. I think in one of her last videos, she says she has reported it now, but back then she thought it wouldn't go anywhere. I may have misunderstood her. I need to go back to her Facebook account and just double check to see what updates there may be from her, because I haven't checked in a while. But I know that she was extremely vocal about it. Check her account real quick. Cannot remember her last name. I think I followed her though. I'll check it at another time. I got a few other things. This will probably be the last video that I do tonight. Me and Sean has to get busy wrapping all of our Christmas gifts. We finished up Christmas shopping last night. Thank goodness, because it is so cold today. We considered either doing it yesterday or today. I'm glad that we went yesterday. So we have to finish wrapping, and we're going to learn more about the I guess it's twins that went missing, and they just arrested someone in connection with it. and they found one of the kids, one of the twins, like babies, like 5 months old, but not the second one. So I want to get caught up on that. Also, so we're gonna start on that tomorrow. Also, Billy Joe Howe was due to get out of jail today, so I'm gonna double check for that tomorrow. Also, Leilani's court date was pushed back, so I think tomorrow we're gonna cover Billy Joe and Leilani. Also, I did see that Cher is supposed to go live tomorrow, I think, with Billy Joe on her. I think that's the way that it's seen, because she had a picture of Billy Joe and said, "Be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. We've missed her," or something like that. I don't even know. Surely she's not going to allow Billy Joe back on her platform after Billy Joe just went to jail for violating a gag order. I mean, Billy Joe really isn't allowed to say anything. So it'd be kind of dumb to do that, but whatever. So we're going to do an update on Billy Joe and Leilani tomorrow. We're going to start covering that topic of the 5-month-old. I think there were twins that were missing. I really got to get caught up with that. And anything that's an update with Madalena Kojakari, which I think I'm going to do a pre-recorded video about. I think there was one thing that we already talked about, but I thought about putting just a quick video about it because it was kind of lost in the other video. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hate to even know. I hate knowing that this man obviously seemed to be some sort of predator. In his 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, he was grooming and assaulting 16-year-olds. So if he was doing that, it's hard for me to believe that he just bumped into Athena and decided to kill her rather than, face the consequences. I feel like he saw this beautiful little girl outside playing, and it was a crime of opportunity, where he's a sick man, he's a sick individual. This is just my opinion. And he decided to take her. And I'm praying to God that while he did something terrible, he took her life and she can never come back, I'm hoping that he didn't do anything. It's weird to say worse, because what's worse than taking a child's life? But I think sexually abusing someone and then taking their life is worse, so they should definitely throw the book at him. Hopefully we'll know more in the weeks to come if she was assaulted in any way, and I'm just praying so hard that that was not the case, and I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for her mom. I don't even know how her mom's been strong enough to keep her composure, but she has. But that's where we're at right now, you guys. It seems like he is a sick and twisted man. These 3 additional charges, I'm going to be keeping up with those as well. But yeah, you guys let me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're new here and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It will really mean a lot to me. We cover true crime as well as entertainment news, trending topics, and a little bit of reality television. I kind of cover a wide variety of things, anything that's interesting to me, basically, and hopefully interesting to you. I would love to have you, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.